What's up, YouTube? This time I'm doing the sway bar links on 2006 Ford Escape. So to take this nut off the top, it's 15 millimeter. From here I got a 5 millimeter Allen key. Before I put it on though, I gotta put my ratcheting wrench back on. Put the Allen key in, rotate it so it hits against the bottom of the strut. And from here, I could go ahead and back the nut off. Just like that. So I'll leave that on for now, just a little bit. And I gotta do the same for the bottom. So on the bottom, I've already cracked that loose. Had to move the camera out of the way to get a good angle. And I'm just gonna put the Allen key in. It's kind of tricky to get in, but just try to make sure it's all the way in or as far in as possible. And then as I rotate to unscrew it, I have the Allen key sitting on the lower control arm. Use that as leverage and just ratchet off that nut. So once I got it backed out all the way, then I could go ahead and remove it. Remove the top one. And you could manipulate your jack to get the, you could see how this stud is slanted because I have the lower control arm jacked up. So I could get this lower nut off. So to get this lower one off, you have to jack up the lower control arm. And by jacking it up, it put a lot of tension on the shaft. So what I'm gonna do is get my pry bar. And I'll just pry it up a little bit. And once I pry it up, you could see now my sway bar link is nice and straight. This stud, I could take that out, take the bottom out. And as always, it's always wise to compare your new part with the old part. And I like using sway bar links that have grease fittings on them. So that way each time you do an oil change, you just grease them up. So now it's just to put this back on. And another quick note, these actually have a set nut on them. I guess you could call it a set nut that you could fit 18 millimeter. So when you're tightening it up or taking it off, you could just hold it like so and tighten it instead of using the Allen key. So here I'm just gonna sit it in the bottom, and you could see it's much lower than the hole. So I'm gonna pry it up with my pry bar. So if you're having trouble getting the sway bar link on, what happened is with this particular brand, it's bigger, it has a bigger head, so it won't fit like the original. So what you got to do is just turn your steering wheel either to the left or to the right, depends on which side you're putting in at the time, and you'll have all the space you need to fit it in up top. And then you could just rotate your steering wheel back to its original position and put the lower part in. So once I got it in and I got both nuts on, top and bottom, Got my ratcheted wrench back on, and I'm just gonna go with my open end 18. Put it on this nut right here, and just to give a better view. And just like that, holds it. Tighten it down. And that's it. And the same concept for the top. 18. Put it in the back of it. Hold it. Just tighten it. And even though these come greased already, I still like to add some grease to it. But if you don't have a grease gun, they already come greased, so you don't really have to worry about it. Just put it on in a few pumps, maybe 2-3 pumps. Same for the top. And just like that, it's done. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.